Hello, this is Victor with a new video, and this time I want to talk on what makes a game fun. I guess we all play these war games to make it for fun, to have a fun time, and to enjoy some free time with colleagues or other players, or just enjoy some time. I will say that this topic was initiated by Vince Venturella, and if you want to follow the topic, the full topic, you can click in the link below as usual. I put the link to the Vince Venturella video as I used to do. And now let's talk what makes a game fun. And I think one of the main factors to make a fun game is your opponent, is the other player. So if the other play, I think this is the most important thing. If the other player is aligned with your game style and is more or less in the same plays in the same way that you like to play, this make will most likely make easier to have a fun game. If the opponent is playing the game for completely different objectives than you and you don't match with this way of playing, it's going to be very difficult to make this game fun. So it's important that you know a little bit the expectations sometimes of your opponent because there are some mismatch with other people that is impossible to have a fun game because the objective of this person and the objective of yours are completely opposite on the battlefield. And I don't mean in terms of playing, it means in terms of what is fun for him and what is fun for you. And we know that in these war games there are a lot of different type of players. So the main factor is to have an opponent and know which type of opponent you're playing with and align the expectations with that. But also there are other factors that make a game fun, and they are not a single one. And I will say that there are very different battles and very different ways to have fun on a game. And I don't think it's depending on only just one factor. For example, tight games, tight battles. This make fun when you are playing 2, 3, 4 hours game and the battle is undecided until the last dice throw on the table. I think these are epic battles. I think we all like to have this type of battles, and we would love to win these battles as well. But I know that, there are a lot of games that, when it's so narrow the battle and is decided to the last throw of dice. I think these are games that are deep in our memories, and we are going to remind and makes us play another game because it's is what we play for. Other things that for me make the game fun is surprising changes on the game. Uh, I and this is why I like a lot Warhammer and Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40k over, for example, chess. I like a lot the randomness. I like a lot to throw dice and have the surprise to see what's going to happen. I know that a lot of times the probability will drive the battle to one direction, but there are some times that we break the rules of probability and some strange things are happening. And I think these surprising moments are little fun moments in middle of the game. When we see, for example, a sergeant surviving a 10 marines, for example, and was against any expectation or something like that. I think this makes the game fun. So I like all these surprising changes. This and sometimes small changes can completely change the direction of a battle, and I love that because it means that you have to adapt to the new situation. And for me, this is part of the fun, the randomness of the game, and this all these type of things is one of the things that I love, and I like a lot to use random things in my games. Other things that I love is the cinematic situations. I like a lot the challenges between two heroes. And sometimes even when it's not the strategic choice, I love to do this challenge just to see what happened. What happened with these two mighty heroes, these two generals are fighting one to each other for the supremacy of the battle. I think this is I love it. And I like to see this. And sometimes it's not strategic, but it's what we play for these epic moments. So I love these epic moments. Who don't want to see our a great knight master fighting a demon, a great demon? yeah, this is. I know that sometimes the it's not going to be a balanced fight, but this is why we have these heroes and we have these characters in the game. I also like a lot games that are difficult, but here we have to put something. I like challenging games. I like to fight armies, and this can be very fun for me that are superior or in principle superior on paper to the army I used to play. But what is not making a game fun, and this is the most important thing, what can break completely the game, is when one of the sides have not any chance to win from the beginning of the battle. And this is what is not making fun. When we see all these things like the 2 plus invulnerable save rerollable, this is not fun for me. This is not making the game fun. When we see things that are unkillable or things that are, yeah, that even if you shoot all your army to that thing, you will not kill it, this is not fun at all. And for me, yeah, you can find this in one battle. This can be an anecdotic, but this is not fun. So for me, what is clearly not fun is when someone have no chance to win, or when we have something on the table that is impossible to kill from the beginning of the battle. I know that at the end of the battle can be things that are unkillable because you have lost your tools, and I respect that. But from the beginning of the battle should not be anything that is impossible to kill on a wargame. This is not fun. But all the other things, tight battles, epic moments on the battles, I love to see these epic moments on the battles, to see these heroes fighting them. I love these surprising changes. And again, the most important thing is the opponent. For me, the key factor to have a fun game is that your opponent, the sportsmanship of your opponent. I like to play relaxed games, and this is normally what I prefer sometimes sorry, casual games at my home or casual games of pick and cap games versus highly competitive or tournament games because I like to play relaxed. I like to take my time. I like to do a battle for 2 3 hours, taking a beer and not rushing. And it's not that sometimes we rush because we want to finalize the battle, but if we make a mistake, I also want this opportunity to go back. And I always concede this to my opponent, and I like to remember my opponent when he's missing some rules. So I think the sportsmanship and the to have a fair opponent is the key element to have a fun game. If we have that, and on top of that we have a tight battle or we have a challenging battle, and we have some epic moments in this battle, what else we want? This is going to be really a fun game. And yeah, I always remind me, I like rolling dices. I like to see what the odds will bring to the battle. And this is why I prefer to play Warhammer and all war games with a lot of randomness on the table, because this is what I like. And yeah, and that's all I think I want to tell. So also I would like to know what is for you a fun game. What do you look for? What would you like to see? Or what is for you a fun game? Please let me know what do you think, and if yeah, and what is the main factor for you to have a fun game? What do you think is the most important thing to be able to have this fun game? So that's all what I want to share in this video. I hope you find this interesting, and yeah, and I will be back later. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you in later. Bye.